Hello and welcome in. My name is Mariah or Paging Moo, whatever you would like to call me, and I appreciate y'all so much for being here. If you're new, hello, welcome in. Thank you so much for visiting my page and clicking on this video. If you are returning, thank you so much for being here. Now we're gonna try something a little different. I really don't do a lot of reading vlogs or anything like that. I think I've done one so far and it was kind of like, all right, it wasn't the best. But yes, so we have tried this before, so I don't know how it will go, but we are going to be continuing series that we are in the middle of. I have a couple books on my TBR and some of them are series that I am currently like in the middle of trying to complete. Some have a book that's getting released soon, so I want to hurry up and get to that so that way I can prepare for that as well. Okay, so for sure I know the first book that I want to do for this reading vlog. We are going to be doing the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This is the fourth book in the Hunger Games series. Technically, I would say it's kind of like a prequel. Technically, I would say it's like a prequel to the original 3 Hunger Game books, but I read the original 3 several years ago and I actually just finished doing a reread of them. So it was time to move on to this because we get the 5th book actually in April, which I already have pre-ordered. So we have to finish this. And I pulled it from my December TBR when I did my blindly picking my December TBR. So yes, this is what we're going to be doing right now. I am already 12 pages in right now. I just started it today though. So we are going to be continuing this and pretty much reading the whole thing together. So here we go. Okay, we are back. It has been a couple of days. I've been real busy, but we've been trying to read a couple pages every single day. I think I'm gonna read more, and then I lay down to read and everything, and I get super tired. So it hasn't been working. We are 62 pages in so far. We haven't really got into much action yet or anything, but we are, I feel like I'm learning a lot about Snow's backstory during this, and not only just Snow, other smaller characters as well, if that makes sense. There's just one in particular in my head. And today, I'm actually going to take today, because it's the weekend, it is Saturday, to catch up on reading. I really feel like if I just sit down and read this for a couple of hours, I can put a really good dent into it. So that is what we are going to focus on today. I have my TFT, just Team Fight Tactics, for those of y'all who don't know, but I have that up in the background going. There's a tournament going on, so I'm just gonna have that just playing in the background while reading. So yeah. Okay, so we are not in our usual spot. We are at work. It is Monday, but I wanted to come on here and give an update of how much I read over the weekend. Now, I do think it is important to say I am a mom, so I do have a son that keeps me pretty busy. I also have a second hobby, which is gaming, and I do enjoy gaming a lot. And I've been on a Team Fight Tactics kick right now with some of my friends. So we've been grinding that. So I've been trying to read like in between matches when I'm out and they're still in. But I also set time aside over the weekend, a couple of hours, only a couple, on Saturday and Sunday to really read, because Friday was very hectic, very hectic. So I didn't get a lot of reading done. But I do want to say, let me grab my notebook real quick. So what I have is this, like, I bought this for a workout journal. It's supposed to be to write like your exercises, how many sets you've done, you know, and your workout name and all that. I stopped working out once I moved. I like kind of hit a workout slump. So I was like, oh, I'll use this for my reading sprints from now on to calculate how many pages I read. Okay, I have learned I am a very slow reader. And that's something I just can't fix. I am a slow reader, so with that in mind, I just don't read as fast as others, and I don't get through as much as others either, which isn't a problem. It just takes me longer to get through a book. So over the weekend, I did read a total of So I only read around So I only read around 110 pages this weekend, and that was in about 3 hours for me total over the weekend of reading, like actually sitting down and doing my own reading sprints at home. I love pulling up other YouTubers. I love when YouTubers do read with me videos where they're like 30 minutes or an hour or even 20 minutes. I don't really care how long it is. I'm currently going through YouTube and just reading with different YouTubers. I'm just searching read with me, and I just start from the top and just work my way down. It usually just gives me, you know, the same videos at first, so I can just scroll down and be like, okay, I've done this one, this one, this one. So that's really nice, and I find it just nice and encouraging to have like that background music and kind of having that person with you reading with you. It's kind of nice. So with that in mind, I do want to do some read with me videos as well. I just think that's just something that I really enjoy, and if I enjoy it, I feel like other people really enjoy it too. So now I will say I am 190 pages into this book. I'm almost done with chapter 12, which is crazy. And I do want to say the games have not started yet. In this book, the games have not started. I'm almost 200 pages in, and we are not even into the Hunger Game action yet. So I guess I didn't realize this book is like over 500 pages. It's actually crazy reading this, because learning about President Snow and like how he's becoming, I guess, him in a way, it's just crazy. And I'm wondering what the fuck happens, honestly. What changes for him? Because he seems reasonable right now. He seems human in a way. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it. Like, how do I say this? He seems like he like understands emotions, that he's not so dull, that he's not so cold-hearted. And so I'm wondering what happens. I want to know what happens with all these different relationships and everything in here too, because I know there's lots that is about to happen. Like I'm almost 200 pages in right now. It's a 500-page book. We're about to get to the halfway mark, and I know the last 100 pages of books is when things get the craziest. So I know he messes up a lot of friendships, relationships, and everything. You know, I've heard about this book because the movie came out and everything, but I want to experience it still for myself. But I just don't understand it, because literally, okay, I want to read this quote for y'all. Okay, where is it? Like, how do you say this to someone and fumble the bag? Okay, I just don't understand it. I'll be a wreck tomorrow. When I told you that you mattered to me, I didn't mean as my tribute. I meant as you, Lucy Graybeard, as a person, as my friend, as my... And so it's like, how do you say that to someone? And then you're gonna fumble the bag? Like, how does he fumble the bag? What happens? So I have all these questions. I'm a big action person, and we're still in the build up to the action as well. Don't get me wrong, there has been some action that has happened. A couple chapters ago, actually, I was like, oh my God. There has been some action, but you know, Hunger Games for me is about like the games and that action, so I'm itching to get to the games. I really am. I want to know like how she is going to come out of this. So I'm very curious. So that's my little update for right now. I am gonna read some more. I have some stuff to do and everything, but this afternoon, you know, when I get off work and get home, I do want to do like a read with me video. So I will be reading this during that video, so I will have an update in the future for you all as well. Maybe before I finish it, maybe after I finish it, we will see. Yeah. Okay, it has been a while since I updated y'all, but I did finish Songbirds and Snakes. I did end up giving it 3.75 stars is what I did end up giving it. I don't know, I just felt like it was longer than it needed to be, one, and then two, something just wasn't clicking with me at the end there. And if you've read this, you'll know what I'm talking about. I felt like it didn't click for me at the end there, so I felt like the ending for me was just kind of confusing. If you haven't read it, I don't want to spoil it for you, but I just don't. I'll basically just say this. I don't know how Lucy Gray figured things out to get to her conclusion. And that's all I can say, really, without spoiling anything. So if you know what I mean, talk to me about it, because I want to talk to someone about it. I have one friend who's read this and they loved it. They were like, this was great. And I'm like, I don't know. It was good. It just wasn't great. I felt like The Hunger Games was better. But this was only, something I have to keep in mind, though, is that this was only the 10th annual Hunger Games, so it's not like it was the 49th, you know? It's not this big thing, at this set in time. What I did like was getting Snow's backstory and learning more about Snow. I really felt like I did learn more about him. But he's messed up. He is messed up. Yeah. So yeah, 3.75 stars. I did enjoy it, just not like I did The Hunger Games, pretty much. But I am excited for the 5th book that is coming out. We already have it pre-ordered, so we will be reading that when that comes out. Okay, so the 2nd book that we're reading in this vlog is another book that we are continuing the series with, obviously. But that is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. Onyx Storm comes out this month, actually. So we have got to get to this. I've already started it as well. I am 226 pages in. So I've made I've made a decent dent into this book. This book is a total of 623 pages. So I have 400 more pages, pretty much, is what I'm looking at. But I don't know. Have you ever just picked up a book and been like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be back here? Because that's how Iron Flame is for me. I love it. I'm enjoying myself. I'm home, is what it feels like. I've missed these characters. I've missed Aiden. I miss Violet. So it's just great. Some things have already happened. Things are... as soon as we get into it, it's already just right where we left off, you know, from 4th Wing. And so I'm already invested. I'm scared. I've lost. I've loved. And we're only 200 pages in. Like, what? So I know there's a lot more about to happen. And I'll let y'all know how that goes. Yeah. Okay, I'm in... Oh, we have a shadow. Oh well. I'm in the middle of chapter 35 right now, and as you can tell, it is not going well for my emotions. This is probably the most emotional chapter I've read, and it's like it opened up this wound that I had healed. It's like it reopened it up and just ripped me to pieces, and I'm not even done with the chapter yet. I had to set it down because I can't handle it. And if you read Iron Flame, you probably already know like what I'm referring to, and if you haven't, I'm so sorry if you plan on it. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I thought since I was crying my eyes out, I would update y'all. I am 318 pages in out of the 600 and something, 623 pages in, so we're about halfway there now, so that's really good, and things are getting really serious now, so as you can tell. Yeah. Okay, my battery is dying on my GoPro, so I do not have a lot of time to talk on here, but I did want to go over a couple of my thoughts because I am 535 pages into the book. I have less than 100 pages to go, which is just crazy to me because it's 623 pages is how many we have. So we have a little under 100 to go, and so I don't know, I'm overwhelmed with a lot of emotions. Some different things have been happening. Violet and Xaden have had a lot of issues in this book. I feel like anytime they start to get somewhere close, something happens to stop them from communicating and talking. So yeah, there's that. That's been annoying, just because I feel like they're going to be good and then something happens and they can't like fully like, I don't know, communication within a relationship and everything. I mean, on top of it, they're going through a lot of changes and stuff right now. A lot of people have grown on me in this story. I don't like this cat girl still. I don't care if she's helping out, whatever. She has left a bad taste in my mouth. So I do not like Cat. Maybe she'll grow on me in Onyx Storm. I still have, like I said, under 100 pages left. Maybe she'll do something where she'll change my mind, but I highly doubt it. Salone, on the other hand, has grown on me. And I wasn't sure if she was going to kind of change her emotions, but things have gotten better. And so yeah, everyone else, I love this world so much. I'm actually sad because Onyx Storm still doesn't come out for another like 2 weeks. It's the 7th today, so I still have 2 weeks before Onyx Storm comes out, and I'm probably going to end up finishing Iron Flame either today or tomorrow. And I'm not ready to say bye to this world or these people. And I know it's a 5-book series, so like it's not like I'm saying goodbye to them forever, but I have never felt this way over a series before. Even the Twisted series, like saying bye to the Twisted series was nothing to me. Like I was ready to finish the 4th book. I was like, I'm so over this. I still love that series so much. That's my favorite book series ever. It's also one of the only series I've ever completely read, but that's besides the point. I'm sad. I'm truly am sad thinking like I am going to finish this story. I'm not going to have Violet and Xaden to read anymore. And my Haley, I talk about Haley a lot. She's my reading bestie, my book bestie, my best friend, my online best friend in general, I would say. I hope she feels the same way, but she was like, you're going to have them again real soon. It's not like you're like saying goodbye to them for a long time, but Onyx Storm is supposedly like 4th Wing size, which is like only like 400 or 500 pages, right? I'm not gonna get enough of them, is the problem. And like what is compacted into only that much? Like how are you gonna give me a 600-page book and then just give me a 400 one? I'm so sad. I feel like it's not going to be enough, and I'm going to be foaming at the mouth for like book 4, and I'm not going to get book 4 until like next year probably. So yeah. Also, I do want to say Dane has grown on me. I know we were Dane hating last book and the beginning of this book, honestly, but Dane has grown on me as well. I will say that. But that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. But I'm really loving this. A lot has happened. A lot of action. I finally got some spice in this book too. Thank goodness. I was trying to get some spice in here. I think I hit my limit on spice though. I don't think I get any more spicy scenes. I think it's all downhill from here. And I know I have less than 100 pages left, but my Haley, who has read this as well, has told me that I am in for a wild ride still, and she's ready to talk. And there's so many things I want to say, but I can't say because there's spoilers to the book, and I want this to be like a spoiler-free reading vlog. But a lot has been, oh my gosh, so much has been spilled that I want to talk about. And there's things I want to talk about with y'all, but if you haven't read the first book, I don't want to spoil anything for you. So I'm not going to. But just know that I want to talk about something that happened literally like 10 pages ago with y'all, and I can't. And it's killing me. But yeah, if you haven't read 4th Wing yet, you really should. I am like a walking promotion for 4th Wing. I've gotten so many of my friends to read 4th Wing because this is my Roman Empire. This is my home. This is my place. If I could teleport into a book, it would be 4th Wing. I don't care how deadly it is, how violent it is, that I would not last a day. This is where I want to be. So yeah. Okay, that's all. Bye. Okay, I am back. We are almost done with the book. We have a little over 30 pages left. If it looks like I've been crying, it's because I have, I'm on chapter 62. I'm on page 590. And like I said, there's like 623 pages in this book, so we have a little over 30 pages left. A lot is happening. Yes, I did just get done crying. I can't help it. Some stuff is going down that I wish I could talk about, but I can't right now. But we're gonna do some quick reading and everything. I thought I would record myself while I finish up the book for you all. And yeah, we'll see how this goes for me. Wish me luck. Okay, so it took a couple of days to come back to you all with this, but I'm finally like feel like I processed enough to like be able to talk about it. I finished Iron Flame a couple days ago. I actually needed a couple days to process everything because this was an emotional roller coaster, and might I just say that this book finished me. I didn't even finish it. It finished me. This was a journey for me, and I really, really enjoyed it. I will say Fourth Wing I still think was better, but I understand this. Like, I understand the importance of this book, the stepping stone kind of in it. I love the story just as much. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars. And even still thinking about that, I feel like 4.5 stars is not enough. Like, I almost am leaning more towards giving it 5 stars now. I don't know. I loved it. I love it's still an adventure. It's still a love story, and I love everything about it. I love Violet. I love Xaden. I love the squad as well, all the friends she made. But this was a struggle of a book for Violet especially, and the character growth in this is crazy. The journey she goes on is crazy as well, but I just had a good time with this. So I loved it. I cannot wait. Onyx Storm is only less than 2 weeks away now for me when I'm recording this. So I am just like, I'm foaming out of the mouth for Onyx Storm right now. Like, I want that book now. I want it now, and I'm having to wait for it. And the cliffhanger that this left off on too, like, oh my gosh. And I can't tell you how many times I cried during this book. Like, I cried more in this than I did in Fourth Wing. But with finishing this, when I finished it, I was not okay. I stayed up super late to finish it. And I remember messaging Haley and being like, I finished it, I'm not okay. And she was like, if you need a couple of days to process it before we talk about it, it's okay. I did too. And I was like, oh man, I feel like I need like 7 business days before I can talk about this book. But yeah, so my emotions were high. It was crazy, but all in all, it was a good time. I had a good time. Okay, and with that, that concludes our reading vlog of continuing series that we are in the middle of, and I honestly am happy with it. You know, we got 2 books done in series, and they're also 2 series that new releases are coming out for, so we have something to look forward to as well. So that's great. But thank you all. I appreciate you all so much. If you have made it to the end of this video, thank you. If you have not, please like and subscribe. I would appreciate that so much. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.